Welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Crypto Lark. Today we're going to be talking about Digix. They are bringing gold to the blockchain, and much more than that actually too. We're going to be getting into just what they're aiming to do after a quick shout out to everyone who's been hitting that like button, and of course everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that button down below, or the bell, to stay up to date with all of the latest in the crypto space. Furthermore, this is of course not professional financial advice. This is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. Let's get into it. The idea of stable coins, like Digix, for example, is actually very interesting, and it's used by a lot of people as a hedge against the volatility of the cryptocurrency market. Now, the guys over at Digix haven't got their gold-based tokens launched quite yet. That is promised by the end of the first quarter, so within the next month sometime we will be seeing those gold-backed tokens launch. But the more famous iteration of this that we all seem to be well aware of is USD Tether. Now, Tether is widely used across exchanges, but of course it does have its problems. Now, Digix is going to be working on proof of asset protocol. So they are going to be bringing in third-party auditors, particularly these guys, Bureau Veritas, to say, yes, we actually have the gold. Now, USDT, they stopped being audited about a year ago, unfortunately, and now it's just kind of based on the word of somebody who saw somebody who met another guy who looked at their records one time, maybe in an email or a screenshot. Doesn't really sound like good auditing or proof to me from USDT. So if the guys over at Digix actually stick to having a quarterly audit by Bureau Veritas, that's pretty awesome stuff. That really gives a lot of backing to the project. Obviously, I wouldn't see why they wouldn't do that, but you never know. The idea of tokenizing a physical asset like gold is actually very interesting. It allows for the division of gold into much smaller pieces. Now, we're going to get into the token model here in a minute, but the fact that you're going to be able to divide it up into very small bits and easily trade it digitally, I think is quite useful. There was a TV series not too long ago where one of the episodes that they did was someone went around town with Bitcoin and somebody went around town with gold. And of course, the Bitcoin is much more successful because, you know, it's 2018. Not many people accept gold, of course, but more people do accept digital money. Now, if you can digitize gold, it may actually prove to be a rather popular option for example, retailers to accept, or certain retailers anyway. But of course, really, I think we're going to see this primarily used as a long-term store of value without having to have the gold at your own home. You can have it in Digix's vault, which is nice. Or, of course, as a temporary market tool to sell at the top and buy at the bottoms can also be a very useful thing, because every DGX token is pegged to the price of gold. Now, there is a two-token model. We have the DGX tokens, and we have the DGD tokens. We're going to talk about the DGX tokens momentarily, but let's start off with the DGD tokens. Now, these are the Digix DAO tokens. There are 2 million of them in total existence. Now, having these DAO tokens gives you a 0.13% of the transaction fees that they do with the Digix gold tokens. That's paid out quarterly. So this is a good long-term revenue potential, assuming that people do actually start using Digix gold tokens as long-term stores of value, or preferably as hedges in the market. You will also get governance rights from holding the DAO tokens. Now, that transaction fee is relatively small, and you have to be holding, I think, a decent amount of the DAO tokens to really make that worth your while. And furthermore, you really need to see a lot of people transacting in the Digix gold tokens to make that payoff worthwhile. Now the Digix gold tokens themselves, one token will be equal to 1 gram of gold. It's transparent, it's all on the blockchain. Every single gram of gold will be listed there, of course. No fractional reserve. A lot of people, of course, currently accusing the guys over at Tether of practicing fractional reserve banking, where they're lending out more than they actually have. The guys at Digix are saying that's not going to happen here. And you can actually redeem these Digix tokens for actual gold. So if you want to cash out your Digix tokens, you can do that, and they will give you the actual gold delivered to you. That's pretty cool. The team is made up of a good wealth of experience and knowledge. We have Kai, who's the CEO. He worked at a global investment bank. Anthony has 18 years in software development. The chairman is the former CEO of Fujitsu Asia. And they've got a great advisor on board, which is this guy here, Peter Tan, former deputy chairman of the Singapore Commodity Exchange. Definitely the kind of person you want to have on your team for a project like this. Now, they've been hitting some good partnerships recently as well. They partnered with Digix, and the Digix guys are going to actually have the DGX gold tokens and the DGD DAO tokens for sale on their terminals, 45,000 terminals all across Indonesia. That's some good advertising right there. They've also partnered with Auditus, and they've also partnered with MakerDAO. Now that is a very interesting partnership because Maker is also trying to bring in stable coin solutions. So together, these two players could be a very powerful combination moving forward in the stablecoin market. Now the guys at Digix are quite regularly posting over here on social media, so you can actually keep up to date with what's going on. They post a weekly development update, which I really appreciate. Now, let's explore some of the ideas perhaps behind the idea of having this whole thing. One of the problems that I potentially see is that there won't be many pairings. You'll be able to get Digix to Bitcoin or Digix to Ethereum. But let's say you want to move out of your Omise Go position at the top. Well, then you're probably going to have to go from Omise Go to Ethereum to Digix, for example. Now, as we see more and more decentralized services come on board, like Kyber Network, that won't be such a problem. You'll be able to exchange your whatever Ethereum-based token for Digix very easily in a decentralized way. So it may not be so much of a problem moving forward, but the big exchanges, the big centralized exchanges, won't likely have very many pairs for this. You might get double exchange fees. Not a very big issue, but something to think about anyway. Now, gold. Kind of an old-fashioned asset class, considering the proliferation of Bitcoin and digital currencies on a whole, but you have to remember the whole digital currency market is still a fraction of the total value of the gold markets. Something to keep in mind. Gold is still big, especially for traditional investors. And so a gold-backed cryptocurrency, which is very easily transferable, which is cashable for actual gold later on, could be a very good system. Of course, we are again trusting a third party. Now, we saw how that worked with Tether trusting a third party. Of course, you know, the cookie has not yet crumbled for Tether, so we still might see some proof come out of the audit and all those things, but nevertheless, you're still trusting that Digix DAO will indeed have a quarterly audit, that they will indeed hold as much gold as they say they hold. But hey, at least it's not dollars. At least it's not fiat currency. You know, if we were to see a global meltdown monetary crisis kind of situation, well, you might not want to be holding USDT anyway. Probably be holding Bitcoin, or maybe gold in that situation. Now look, the Digix DAO token is $305 at the moment. The rewards are not massively big. Assuming that we did see a lot of use, though, for the DGX gold tokens, which are not available yet. We're waiting for the actual platform deployment. Sometime in March is when it's supposed to happen, so keep your eyes open for that. If you do want to start buying those gold tokens, it will be happening rather soon. But if you're a DAO token holder, the potential payout could be very, very good over time. Now, obviously, the time to get it was a few months ago when it was under $100. Now they're over $300, although it has been holding rather strong in the recent turmoil. I think a lot of people are looking at Digix DAO now, realizing, hey, I can literally get gold over time as residual income for holding these tokens. That's pretty cool. I'm going to buy into those and hold on to them for 10 or 20 years and just keep getting gold deposited into my Ethereum account. Novel idea, without a doubt. Now, this is one of the tokens that has actually done very well in the recent DAO market. It's actually up, which is pretty surprising considering how other things have been brutalized. But at $300, it's getting a bit expensive. But if they start doing the kind of daily volume or more, preferably more, than Tether does, holding 1,000 of these, for example, could be a good long-term investment. But that's a pretty big chunk of change to lay down at the front, so don't know. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below, though. Do you think that holding tokenized gold is a good idea in case of stormy times in crypto land or stormy times in real life land? Let me know what you think. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.